This is how I became the top student in my class. For a long time, I was not a good student. In fact, I was one of the worst in my class. I remember sitting in class and feeling lost. Teachers were talking, but my mind was far away. When results came out, my name was always near the bottom. Some classmates laughed, some teachers had given up on me. I even started to believe that maybe I was just not smart. I used to tell myself, this is not for me. I thought top students were born that way. I thought intelligence was something you either had or you didn't. Worst of it, I was in the company of people who believed education wasn't important. Sometimes, as others were in class, we were somewhere else. But one day, something changed. I looked at my results again, and I felt tired of being embarrassed, tired of feeling small, tired of always explaining why I failed. That was the moment I decided I had to change. Not tomorrow, not next year, but now. I didn't become the best student in 1 week. I didn't suddenly become clever. What changed was my attitude and my habits. The first thing I did was very simple. I had to first let go of people around me who saw no value in education. I started to pay attention. You don't pay money to buy attention. Bring your mind to what is happening. Focus on what is being taught. Before that, I was in class, but I was not really there. My eyes were on the teacher, but my mind was somewhere else. I was thinking about who to meet after class, where to go, and a lot of thoughts would be running through my mind. I was literally in class, yet lost in a lot of thoughts. So I made a decision. Whenever the teacher was teaching, I would listen fully. No daydreaming, no sleeping, no waiting for the bell. I told myself, this is my moment. If I miss it, I lose. I started listening not just to hear, but to understand. I asked myself questions while the teacher was talking. I also asked my teacher. In fact, I was always asking questions for the parts I didn't understand. Many students felt bad because I was always asking, but that didn't stop me from wanting to learn. I wrote notes in my own words, not just copying from the board. Slowly, lessons started to make sense. Then I moved to the second thing. I started revising to remember. Before, I only read when exams were near. That was a big mistake. I would read today and forget everything tomorrow. Here's the key point. When you leave things to pile up to the examination time, things will pile up and it will be too much to handle. So revise the work as you get it. Don't wait for it to accumulate. So I changed my method. After every lesson, I went back home and revised what was taught, even if it was just for 20 or 30 minutes. I read the same topic again and again, not to rush, but to understand. I realized something powerful. The brain forgets quickly, but repetition makes memory strong. The more I revised, the more confident I became. What used to confuse me started to feel familiar. The third thing I did was practice what I learned. Reading alone was not enough, so I started answering questions. I solved problems. I wrote summaries. I tested myself without looking at the book. At first, I made many mistakes, but I did not stop. Every mistake taught me something new. I learned that failure is part of learning. Don't be afraid of failure. It's part of life. But don't remain in failure. Raise up out of it and find a way out. This is what I am teaching. I practiced again and again. The more I practiced, the faster I understood. The faster I understood, the more I enjoyed studying. Then something surprising happened. I started teaching others. At first, I was scared. I thought, who am I to teach? But when I explained things to my friends, I noticed something. When you teach, you learn twice. Explaining forced me to understand clearly. If I didn't understand, I couldn't explain, so I went back to read again. Teaching made my knowledge strong and deep. Soon, classmates who used to laugh at me started asking me questions. That moment changed my confidence forever. Another important thing I did was continuous revisiting. I did not study a topic once and forget it. I kept going back to old lessons, even lessons from months ago. I learned that learning is not about speed, it is about consistency. Every week, I reviewed old topics. I reminded myself of the basics. I made sure I never forgot the principles. This helped me during exams. Questions did not scare me anymore because I had seen them before in different forms. Slowly, my results started to change. From last positions, I moved to the middle. From the middle, I moved to the top group. One day, I saw my name among the best students in the class. I couldn't believe it. Teachers noticed, friends noticed. Most importantly, I noticed myself changing. I learned that being a top student is not about being special. It is about discipline. It is about paying attention. It is about revising, practicing, teaching, and never stopping. If you are struggling in class right now, I want you to hear this. You are not stupid. You are not hopeless. You just need the right habits. Start small. Pay attention. Revise often. Practice daily. Teach others. Revisit what you learned. If I could go from the worst to the best, you can too. Your story is not finished yet. Your results do not define your future. Your effort does. And one key point: parents, speak positive words in the lives of your children. Words can either build or destroy someone.